people. Check that out. Check that out. Yeah. So we're back down the man. So it's Sunday night. I just got absolutely fucking drenched, man. Proper thunder, lightning and everything. Man, I had nightmare. Yeah, so I ain't long been out, to be fair. I've been out about half hour. I've got one off that island there. Got about 10 foot off the island in open water and about 5 foot past. Not past, but certainly not shy. I've baited up at that whole island. That whole front of the island there. That's all that bait on it. And then as you come out, see that tree, not the big tree, see the tree in between the big tree and the like group of trees. I've got one a bit further out, and I like to use the throwing stick with that. I was down there the other night in one of the other swims, lost a big one. Lost a big one, had two more stockies, a mirror and something else, so the bream and a tench. Little stumpy one, eh? Little fatty. Be a big, nice big fish out there. That'd be a pearl. Yeah, so, but lost one. Into it. It was a funny take. I hadn't even been out long, to be fair. Whacked it out. Didn't have the alarm on. I was still putting bait out. I was waiting for the line to slacken off, do you know what I mean? And yeah, tore off like, but then stopped. So I picked up the rod, felt the line. The line was sort of like juddering a bit. I thought it might be a bream or don't know what it is really. And it just took off a little bit, so I banged into it anyway. And yeah, proper solid whack, like a zzz, and it was gone. So I've been thinking, and I've been chatting to this other cat at work, and that hinge that I've done, that 5mm hinge, I've made that a bit longer. I think I might, the bigger fish, I think I'm only nicking in the proper bottom bit of the lip, do you know what I mean? Like the smaller fish, I'm having a ball. What have I had now? 25 fish in 14 and, no, that'll be 15 and a half nights. 25 fish, man. A couple of 30s in there as well. Some nice 20s. Ain't done bad, but it just seems weird that the three I lost, the three that I have lost, have all felt a bit bigger. So I think that hinge where I made it 5mm, I don't think it should be 5mm, so I've lengthened it now to 1 inch. I want it to lift up a little bit more. Do you know what I mean? So the second bit of putty, the bit under the putty, under the eye of the hooks, that's still the same. That's still there, look at that. But I've made it a bit longer. I've made it a 1/2 inch, maybe 3/4 of an inch. So hoping that'll pick up an extra 1/2 inch, do you know what I mean? Until the second bit of lead kicks in. Yeah. So I'm giving that a go tonight. Like I say, I'm pissed on. I ain't put a lot of bait out tonight. Because I might be doing tomorrow night in the same, in another swim. I've got my eye on another swim. I just want to give that a go because it's easier to pre-bait and stuff. It ain't as far. It ain't a chuck. Yeah, so I've changed the pivot point, man. Made it a little bit longer, like, you know. And and the bit of lead, the 5 bits of lead, interestingly, caught fish the other night on it, and one of the back bit of lead come off, the last bit up towards the swivel, that come off right, and I re-banged it out, yeah, but I was a bit short of where I wanted to go, so I wound in, and it was in a tangle. Now that is the only tangle I've ever had on that rig, and that was without the 5th bit of lead. Like, it wasn't uniformed all the way up, there was a gap in between, and it must have rotated. When I cast out during the day with this rig, you can see it sort of like it rotates around the lead. It's beautiful to watch. Without that little bit of lead, don't know, might have tangled anyway, don't know, but fucking check it. Yeah, so what a lake as well. See them trees there, they're the Japanese larches, man. They're absolutely stunning. They're bright red in about a few weeks time. They go stunningly red. Yeah, so yeah, there you go. Hopefully I might get one. I'll keep this one posted. All right, cool, man. I'll let you enjoy that for a little bit. Yes. Just in time as well. I swear I was just about to wind in. Oh mate, beauty. Yeah. So the other, what's been going on here then? So nicked that common last thing in the morning. Then it froze. Remember, right? So we've just come out of frost. I'll tell you something quickly. Just before the frost happened, I was over in that the swim over there that I like. I was over in there, and I was bombing out a load of gear. And a couple fell short. My finger was getting red raw. A couple fell short, and I thought I was like, hey, don't worry about it. But the liners I was getting, that was sort of like, I think that was in back in the bay as well. Just kept getting liners. Remember, I had a liner and I knew the rig weren't working. What a good idea that is! I tell you, people are obviously doing it, and I ain't teaching anyone to suck eggs, but fuck, I'm on that now, right? So. Nicked that common, went back in there. I think I had another two, I had one more tension, a few more bream out of there. And yeah, so what I'm doing now, when I put my bait out, right, I'm putting my bait out in the baited spot, say at 100 yards, then I'm fishing it at 90 yards, right, or to the left or right of it, never on the spot. And then at about 70, I'm banging out 2 or 3 spots, honestly, fucking hell, no brainer. You can sort of tell what's out there. Do you know what I mean? Like last night I was getting a few liners, yeah? Nicked a fish last night, I'll show you that later. Getting a few liners, getting indications. But the last 2 nights over in that swim, over there, nothing at all. Now I could have just woke up and thought, maybe the fish weren't, do you know what I mean? I could have used it as an excuse, but the fish weren't there. Plain and simple. How was it a few nights before? Same thing. I'm getting liners all the time, and I nicked a couple of fish. I got that common, and another one that night. Yeah, so now I'm baiting up my lines as well, proper into it. Last night it worked. Again, I was getting liners. All of a sudden, nicked the fish at about 10 o'clock. After that, no more liners. Killed the swim off. Nothing at all, not even a bleep. Yeah, weird, eh? It's cool, like, quite a good one. The hinge, I'll show you the hinge quickly. Excuse the bait here. I've been rolling my own baits. So I've come up with like an oval on the principle that it's always going to sit flat. It's never not going to. See that? So therefore the hook's always in the right position. What I don't like, getting back to the one bit of lead, the way it came down on itself like that. If it was coming down and it just went like that, it could end up like that, like upright like that, the hook being upright like that. It could be sat in a crevice, it could be sat in anything. So with this sort of shape, it just takes that edge off it. And the hinge, when I've set it up ready to go, I just pull the arm down and make a little hinge just below the bait, and that makes it sort of like sit even better. And I've noticed that's better with a round bait. With the round bait you haven't got that advantage of having a flat side. Make a little hinge just below the bait and it kicks it down, and the more bits of lead, that'll sit it out nice and pretty. honestly. Sort of down with that. So, with the last 2 nights that I said about over there, nothing happened at all. Look at that. Check this place out. So we've moved sides here. So that there, that's a massive island, right? That's it. See that island? See, okay. So see that shadow, like the, let's see, sort of there, yeah. That's my baited spot. Nicked the fish from over on that side. Bit deeper water, lovely place. Look. That's where we were. I mean, look at the size of the fucking lake, man. Huge, man. So yeah, so the year's over. This is it. It's the 29th of it's the 29th of December. The year's done. And yeah, so what have I had? I think I've had 29 carp. Not bad, eh? In 20 nights. 20 and a half point nights. Bit of stalking in between. That's included in the 20. But right, the dynamics of this rig here, the dynamics as well, right? I sort of like dismissed it in a way, right? But the bream and the tench here, right? Sort of, I've been keeping a mental on it, but I ain't been sort of like logging them because we don't as anglers, do we? We're only after the carp. But regarding rig dynamics here, I've had, I'm on 60 fish. I've had 3 bream last night as well, right? Honestly, swear down. Keep getting bream. That's 60 takes, right? That's 60 rig dynamic things now in 20.5 sessions. And that's going home at half-5 in the morning and all. That's good, man. That's sort of like I'm liking them stats. Do you know what I mean? So this is my Christmas present to myself. This is my lay-in. I get to stay here for the morning. That's pretty cool. I'd be long gone by now. But yeah, look, the swim's completely dead. Haven't heard a thing. Haven't even seen a thing. There's the island. Love the island. What a place, man. Oh, my boat, yeah. So yeah, there you go then. So that was the last fish. I'll show you. Nothing big, right? Not what I sort of, you know, what we sort of set out for at all. But nice fish, man. Nice little perler to end the year on. Huh? So happy days, man. So yeah, all right. Peace out, and catch you all later. See you later.